guys, welcome back. Lachey Triel. This is wig class 106, and I am going to show you how I make my frontal on a sewing machine. So let's just go and give you a little run through. That was the end of the wig. This is under the wig. This is me making the wig, doubling the tracks, and sewing the frontal down. Go ahead and continue this video for a little more in-depth info. So of course, I always pin my frontal down to the blockhead. It keeps them a lot more secure. And here is my laser. Now this is the LED tweezers that I use to plug my hairline. And I can leave this link to that below for any of those who want to use it. Now I didn't plug too much of this hairline because I wanted to keep it thicker on this right side on purpose. So I just did a little bit detail in the front on the areas that I saw were a little bit too thick, but not too much, like I said. So I picked up this Cool Mesh dome cap. I made a wig with it before. I liked it. So when I saw it, I just went ahead and grabbed it. It's a little bit more thicker than a regular mesh dome cap. And it's still ventilated, which is, of course, a bonus for any wig. You want your wigs to be ventilated so that your head can breathe. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on the blockhead. I'm going to pin it down on all four sides. Get my frontal, and as you can see, it's already bleached and plucked. It's all dry. I molded the frontal to have that part in it already. So time to pin it down so I can start sewing. And I always sew my frontals down by hand. First, they can be very, very tricky trying to go with and sew the frontal down with the machine. So I do them by hand first to make sure that they are secure on the cap. And I'm not plucking this, I'm just taking my tweezers and just slowly pulling the hair out that got caught in the stitching on the machine. My next step in any wig that I make is to sew the frontal down on the machine. The love machine. No, I'm kidding. So I'm going to sew it down on the machine. Make sure that it's 100% secure. Like you said, you saw earlier, I did it by hand, and now I'm doing it on the machine. Whenever I'm done, I make sure that I cut off the excess cap so that it does not get in the way during the rest of the time that I am making the wig. It will get stuck, it will get in the way, so it's best for me to take it off early. That way I don't have any complications. Right here, you have me doubling the tracks. I double the tracks because I like my wigs to be a little more thicker in volume. That way I have a lot more hair to play with and everything. And for this special wig, I wanted it to be a little bit thicker on purpose, and I'll show you guys that later. Now that I have my cap adjusted, I'm going to go ahead and pin my tracks down. Everyone always asks me, why do I do this? I pin the tracks down specifically because it keeps the tracks to the cap. When I sew the tracks to the cap, I have no bulking, I have no mishaps, no mistakes, none whatsoever. So you'll see it right here, it's a little bit bulky, and of course that's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and sew it down flat to the cap. I do stretch it a tiny bit to make sure that everything lays flat down to the machine. Not too much, but just enough. So I'm going to sew it down, and I'm going to show you guys how that looks. Now I'm going to put this back onto the canvas head and show you guys how that looks. See how flat that is against the cap? And I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing. I'm going to cut my next track. I'm going to pin my next track, pin it down to the cap, and then I'm going to cut it at the end. And I cut them specifically because I doubled the tracks, and it'll be too much work on the machine, and it's going to be too bulky if I was to use the flip over method. So I cut them at the end because my wigs do last for a long time. I don't have any problems with that. So to make sure that they're flat and everything, cut them and sew them down. So here's a more up close and personal view of how I do that. See how I made that flat? I take the other pin, lay that down, make that flat, and I sew that, and I secure those ends. You can go ahead and watch me run through the rest of this wig. Now that I'm all done sewing, yes, hunty, here is the under the cap look. I really like this cap. It really hides the stitching. And my stitching did come out really neat. And as you can see, I did put a little bit more spacing than usual. And I did it on purpose because I'm going to be showing you guys how I styled this video. I'm sorry, how I styled this how I styled this wig in the next video. That's funny. Hear how she looks before I do anything to her. Yes, 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 hunty. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you can see this next video for this next wig. I can't even get it out because I'm so excited. So if you want to learn about doubling the tracks, bleaching the knots, or anything dealing with how I make my wigs from A to Z, go ahead and hit the subscribe, hit the notifications button so you don't miss anything. I do give one-on-one wig classes. I do. You can go ahead and message me on Facebook for that. Also, make sure you follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And then you have any questions, make sure you watch all of these videos, these nice little videos that I'm throwing up for you guys. And make sure you watch that next video. Watch it. Turn on notifications so we can get this popping. Okay, hunty? See you guys next time. Bye. Oh my God, I almost forgot. Make sure you are watching my video premieres on Facebook. So I do premiere the videos, but on YouTube. YouTube gets first deal. So you want to be the first one to watch this video a week ahead of time. Make sure you are watching them on YouTube. You are subscribed to YouTube. Make sure you watch these last videos that I have right here at the end. Any of my previous videos. And I don't know. I'm just excited. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.